Hey everyone, what's going on? Mark here from TST Industries back in the garage. And in today's video, I'm going to guide you through the installation process of our TST daytime running light harness converter for the 2022 and up Yamaha R7. Now this is a plug and play harness with an extra wire that splices into your turn signals that allows you to turn your daytime running lights into functional turn signals. So you can go from this look to this in a few short minutes. Now, as I mentioned, you do need to splice into your turn signal wiring with just one wire, and we do provide posi tap connectors to allow you to do that. Now, this installation process is very straightforward. We only need to remove one body panel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, to perform this installation, you do need a few tools, one of which is a 4mm hex key or Allen key. In this case, we have a T-handle. You will also need a small Phillips head screwdriver, and a flathead screwdriver is always nice to have on hand. Now, we do need to remove this upper side fairing shroud or lower tank shroud, whatever you want to call it. And we will do so by starting on the back. We have this Allen head bolt. Now there is a plastic washer on this bolt, so when you remove it, just make sure you retain that. Then we will take our small Phillips head screwdriver, turn the handlebars or your clip-ons, and on this front face, there is a Phillips head plastic push rivet. And you can see there, I just raised the lip up just a tiny bit, enough to get a fingernail through. And at this point, you can take a Phillips flathead screwdriver and very carefully pry out. And the last two remaining pieces of hardware are these push pins. You have one located on this outer face and one on this inner face. Now, with all of that hardware removed and tossed to the side, we can very carefully slide this panel forward towards the front of the bike and lifting outward, clearing out your clip-on assembly. And now we have full access. Now, when performing the installation on the left side, the clutch lever side of the bike, it is important to note that your rectifier is located just below this shroud. The rectifier does get very hot. So as you're routing these wires, you want to be very careful, ensuring that you do not have wires resting or tangled into the rectifier that can cause damage, potential failure of the product, and more. So what we're going to do at this point is remove this post by grabbing on the sides and pushing downward. That is our turn signal connector from the bike side harness and our turn signals, or your stock ones. And then there's a connector located on the front, which plugs into the daytime running light function of your headlights. And you can see there, these connectors are actually exactly the same, just different colors, but they are a 2-position connector. So with our harness in hand, we will go ahead and first begin by jumping the connection to the daytime running light, like so. And just like that. And when you hear that click, that means that the locking tab has engaged. You will have proper functionality. Now, at this point, we do need to connect the brown wire lead coming off of our harness converter to the signal function on your turn signals. So we do include posi tap connectors with this assembly, and we include 2 of them. And a posi tap is an electrical connector made of 3 components that allows you to easily splice into existing wiring with ease. So while we hold the posi tap in this orientation, we are going to remove the top third, which has a slot in it. If you hold it upside down, it has a little U shape. And there's a piercing element on the opposite end. What we are going to do at this time is take the side with the slot in it, and we are going to slip it onto the brown wire of your bike's OEM wiring. Now you can splice into your turn signal wiring as well. On this model, we do have our Halo GTR signals installed, so the wiring color is a little different from your stock signals or other aftermarket signals. For that reason, I will be showing you how to connect onto the OEM wiring. So as I mentioned, we will slip this over the brown wire on the bike side connection. And if you need to cut a little bit of the wire sheathing in order to gain a little bit easier access, you can do so. So as you can see, we have it slipped on like so. Now we will grab the other end of the posi tap connection with the piercing element facing inward, and we will thread this on. Now we will bottom this out as far as possible. This piercing element will pierce the wire, creating a connection. And now at this time, we can remove the lower portion of the posi tap connector. Now, please be careful. This is a very small piece. It is easy to lose in your fairings. So just make sure you have a good grip on it as you remove it. And now we will grab our brown lead and we will feed it through the open end of the posi tap connector that is not threaded. And as you can see, we have a little bit wire showing, and we're going to thread this onto the remaining portion of the posi tap body, ensuring that the piercing element makes full contact and locks this in place, just like that. Give it a little tug, make sure we're locked in, and now just tighten the entire assembly down. Now, before we continue with buttoning this assembly up and using the included zip tie to secure all of our wiring, we first want to test this connection. Now we will power the bike on, and as you can see, we do have our daytime running light functioning as intended. And when we flash our signal, we now have a functional turn signal in your daytime running light, as well as your turn signal still in the OEM location. Whether that is your OEM turn signal or aftermarket, the choice is completely yours. Now at this point, we will power the bike off and proceed with finishing this installation. Now, as I mentioned, you do have the rectifier on this side, and we need to make sure that we are not resting wires on that unit. There is a post and some wire channel guides here, but we also include a nice zip tie for you to use. So what we are going to do is actually just bundle up this assembly as much as possible, retaining some slack on the brown wire. We will first start with reinstalling your turn signal connectors onto that body panel, routing the brown wire along this face. And there's actually a wire routing channel right here on the fairings. We will use that to keep everything out of the way. And then the last tidbit of wire, we will use the zip tie. We're just going to create a nice, neat bundle here. There we go. And we will tuck that all underneath. And now we will cut off the excess and button this up. There we are. And just like that, I can ensure no wires are resting on the rectifier. We have a nice, neat bundle of wiring right up front, and the rear turn signal connector housings are all installed properly. Now we will reinstall this body panel, starting at the front, ensuring this face is in between, and then we will just slide back. Start with the push pin fasteners on the front. And to reset those, if you're not familiar, when we remove them, we press down on the center face. You can see it's protruding out of the bottom. We are just going to push in the opposite direction, so it's resting like that. And then we will install it into its holder and press down, hearing a snap. We will do the same with this Phillips head one. You can simply install it or insert it into its holder. This one can be a little tricky at times. And just like that, press down, engaging the locking mechanisms. And then the last piece of hardware is this bolt located towards the rear. And this one you don't want to over tighten. You can jump the threads and then it's going to feel loose. So just bottom it out, you're good to go. Now one more time we will test functionality, ensuring everything is still working properly. And as you can see here, we are still good to go. Now, we're going to hop on over to the other side of the bike. It is exactly the same, with the only difference being there is no rectifier on the right side or the brake side of the bike. So for that reason, we're going to zip right through that installation process. We will show you everything, but I will not narrate it. There is no need to worry about wire routing or anything. We will make it clean and get the job done. And there you have it. Just like that, this installation is now complete and you're ready to ride. You have successfully installed our daytime running light harness converters and have improved your functionality and your visibility to drivers and riders on the road around you. As you can see, both daytime running light kits now actively work as a turn signal with hazards or the individual turn signal function. If you want to see more, you're ready to buy, you want to see what else we have available for your 2022 and up Yamaha R7, please be sure to stop by our website, tstindustries.com. The link to this kit can be found in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with all the new and exciting videos we've got going on. And lastly, be sure to stop by our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or X, all username TST Industries. For now, this has been Mark in the TST Garage, and we will catch you next time. Ride safe.